Ladies and gentlemen, definitely with great pleasure, I introduce you to the Women's United States Champion, Misty Blue. Welcome.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. You know, as you know, I've been touring the United States.
Yes.
And I'm going home on April 4th to the Boston Gardens, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That's great. And you've had so many travels. You've traveled everywhere. The fans love you. They really do.
Oh, and I love them. I tell you, I cannot tell you. They've been behind me all the way, and I got, you know, so much competition here. And as you'll see today, I got one vicious lady that I have to go against.
All right, Misty, I want to thank you very much for being with us, and we're going to see Misty Blue in action. Now let's go to the ring.
Hold on a second.
The DOA laying down the law, but that's the music of the Knockouts World Champion.
There is Masha Slamovich, who, to my knowledge, is not scheduled to compete tonight.
I really hope that I see you wrestle. I really hope that you will not be fired. Not until I get my chance to beat and brutalize you.
Well, for one, I wouldn't want to wrestle.
Masha Slamovich.
I wouldn't want to be, you know, go down in history as a woman that killed in the ring from her dying from a heart attack. So, you know, and I can't think of anybody else. And she picks and chooses her opponents. And they're just as old as she is.
I came to
Mash Up Wrestling.
all the way from Moscow, Russia. And you better believe, I don't believe in luck. I believe in hard work.
I am so tired of, you know, people not putting wrestling on, you know, women's wrestling on TV. And I don't understand why we wrestle just as hard. And in fact, I think I'm better than some of the guy wrestlers.
I believe in putting my fist through anybody who stands in my way's face.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, bringing those weapons into the ring, I think they've started a war, and I think we're going to finish it.
I'm coming for the gold, I'm coming for your blood, and I'm coming for your soul.
By hurting people, that's not the way I am. I like a good straight fight, and I think, you know, it's time that we get even.
Get ready to get blown the fuck up.
We have had many more questions to be answered, but with NCW WrestleFest 19 and WrestleFest all around, we get many returns. One of those returns is going to DJ, if you will, MC, if you will, the first half of WrestleFest of College. Take it away.
niggas cleaning on this
ain't
side.
what it was, this what it's gon' be. This ain't what it was, this what it's gon' be. This ain't what it was, this what it's gon' be. Don't say what it was, say what it's gon' be. This ain't what it was, this what it's gon' be. This ain't what it was, this what it's gon' be. This ain't what it was, this what it's gon' be. Don't say what it was, say what it's gon' be.
Everybody was celebrating in this ring last night. Enjoy it now. Because it's the last chance you're going to have to celebrate for a long time. After last night, I've decided I officially don't like you two.
You can't eat at my table, I got no food for you. 300 blackouts in this clip gon' sing the blues for you. This big old Duka on my waist got a big bang, booyah. We gon' send them things through ya. Boo gang on this chain, ooh ya.
The countdown is underway. Next weekend, it is going to be a barn burner, wall-to-wall, non-stop World Championship Wrestling action that you can see exclusively on pay-per-view cable TV. I'm talking about Contact, your local cable company right now regarding availability. Like them or not, many prefer the latter. WCW Heavyweight Champion Vader. And yes, please welcome my guest this week, the Ultimate Warrior. Man, I'm going to pose some of the questions to you, Ultimate Warrior, that Vince just discussed with WCW Heavyweight Champion Vader. First of all, what happened tonight? Ultimate Warrior.
What happened tonight was already written. It was written a long time ago when the warriors that came before me and you, yes, I'll do it. And what we must do is beyond us.
Yeah, it's true. Mean Gene, 93 was very good to me, but in 94, Vader's coming after more.
All right, Ultimate Warrior, let's get down to the business at hand. This Sunday afternoon conceivably could be the last time that we see you as an active participant in the ring. For one of you, indeed, it will be a career-ending match.
It's true. Only for you, for I, as the Ultimate Warrior, have not taken so many steps in my destiny.
Gene, let me ask you a question. Who's the heavyweight champion of the world?
Well, you.
Who's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? Who's got the gold around his waist?
Vader, no
That's
question
right.
about it.
And come Battle Bull, Vader's gonna walk out with the gold.
I stood with my back to you, and I knew you would not come. When I looked into yours, I saw walls filled with fear that ran thick through you.
I'm standing here before you. I told the WCW I would not be denied. Hell, I told the world I would not be denied.
And leave it all behind. You came to take something away, but you left something behind that was much more valuable. Within my soul, you left a piece of your shattered kingdom. The pieces that you trying so desperately to put back together before that final step.
The Sunday explosion. The explosion, brother! Super Bowl! The largest event in the history of professional wrestling, in the history of professional athletics. Let's call it what it is.
Every man stands by himself like the Ultimate Warrior always has.
When the demon is fear, and fear is coming after you, brother. Since I was 6 years old, I've had this dream, brother, of standing in front of millions of people and wrestling for the greatest, most coveted title on the face of the earth. Now that dream has become my reality.
Lies all your past, lies your present, and lies your future. Within your future, the Ultimate Warrior shall destroy your career in your existence.
Hold my belt on the way to the ring, because the man is gonna get in the ring, and the man is gonna do the damage, and the man, I will be the last man standing, because I'm walking away with the gold. I'm taking it all.
All right, I'd have to concur with one line of thought, and that's the fact that this man has got to be the odds-on favorite.
For I, as the Ultimate Warrior, will bury you!
We're gonna find out who the man is, who has no fear, who feels no pain. Fear is the demon, and the demon is coming after you, brother. Super Brawl! Super Brawl! Super Brawl!
Look on the wall of the Joe Louis Arena! The warriors that could not come have attached themselves to the outer structure. They're seeping through, feeding me with the power to survive. They ride on my back for my protection. Do you have what it takes to be the most powerful force in the entire universe? Look at me, for I am the chosen one.
I get the impression that we've got a loose cannon on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, with the Ultimate Warrior. And yes, WCW Heavyweight Champion Vader. It will be a cold day somewhere, I thank you. Stay tuned, we're going to be back with more action here.
Back up wrestling.
We on fire, fresh classics for the streets. We back. Say what? Here we go. Finally back on our bullshit.
Wookie.
It might be illegal to hear this shit. You're not even supposed to be hearing this shit right now.
I have Skrillex strapped in my bass bins. Play this at full volume or I'll put him in the hole. Wrestling.
For the first time in 5 years, New Japan Pro Wrestling returns to Lowell, Massachusetts with fighting spirit.
Ooh, Uncle Sam made this beat.
Mashup wrestling.
It ain't tricking if you got it. Check up in my pocket, it's a rocket. If I pull it out, I pop it. Check up on the net, a trending topic. Real big boss, yeah, I got it. Calling all the hits, John got it. Popping on my shit, I know he want it. Putting on my chains, you know I'm flaunting.
Slim got that Florida water in the West End. I put switches on my Glock, that shit go full like a FN. I put Zion inside the box, go get the bag with the back end. Draco came with 2 on the shot, when I put it gon' blow like a black pen. Little creepin', I tell him to tap in. I like when she suckin' the dick, she kick the milk, she dry like in water. I go shit that name broken, I put drip on your daughter.
Tricking if you got it. Check up in my pocket, it's a rocket. If I pull it out, I pop it. Check up on the net, a trending topic. Real big boss, yeah, I got it. Calling all the hits, John got it. Popping on my shit, I know he want it. Putting on my chains, you know I'm flaunting.
Mashup Wrestling.
All want the opportunity to face me at New Japan Strong Style Evolve. So you better say hello to the CEO.
Follow at Mashup Wrestling.
Hi. What? Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.
Follow at Mashup Wrestling.
Hi. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Pickable, 7.62s I make them plain. Pickable, popping out, you better not smell my name. Pickable, put 2 foreigns on the 405. Pickable, catching pepper here from doing pasta. Pickable, why you acting tough on IG Live? Pickable, you know my little niggas off they rocker. Pickable, surprise bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese. Pickable, let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm in the street. Pickable, yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. Pickable, he on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet. Pickable, I put 10 on his face, bitch, my shooter playing. Pickable, I hit it from the back, I told her move her hands. Pickable, then saw my thumb in where her
at. Peekaboo on your top, I'm with dot, bitch, don't look back.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.
Murder block, know what we do. Trigger man to murder him and trigger man to murder you. Dirty clip hang on my hip. The magazine I told extendo. Up that bitch and let it rip. Get low on flow, we playing limbo. Taco Bell, we pull up with shells. Send her out the head. Figure body with the shot. Liposuction BBL. They like trigger man who? Trigger man shoes. They like trigger man who? Trigger man shoes.
Yeah, okay. Trigger man, aiming to make some quicker bands. Coming up out the creepin', I'm blessed who I be, the slender man. Counting legal tender man, I get that money at the dough. Streaming and come, it's rapid flow. You play with me, I'm at your throat. The man be hustling, niggas be mumbling like shit was talking about paper. Aquarius killer got serial killers to run in your home like invaders. They dressing all black and they take it by force when they show the red beam Darth Vader. But I don't ask for shit cause I know favors come with favors incognito. I gotta keep the heat though. I'm hanging out with Maxo, that's my nigga, my amigo. You better not play with him cause he gon' take off like the Migos. You know that Florida, Texas shit, my motherfucking people. That KOTMS shit, money what I'm blessed with. Better clear the scene just like a medic with a chest kit. Gator on my necklace, Gator be my shoe print. Shawty said that I'm a pimp, I told her if the shoe fits, but niggas call me
Trigger man screw,
Dirty clip hang on my hip. The magazine I told extendo. Up that bitch and let it rip. Get low on flow, we playing limbo. Taco Bell, we pull up with shells. Send her out the head. Figure body with the shot. Liposuction BBL. They like trigger man who? Trigger man shoes. They like trigger man who? Trigger man shoes. Couple secrets I be keeping, I ain't never told nobody. I'm in debt with the devil, running from the Illuminati. One exception to my soul, I rejected, told him no. The only way they let me go, I take a soul and catch a body.
Trigger man screw, trigger man screw, trigger man screw,
Standing in the corner, smoking that gas, and the boys all pass me by. Talking some shit with your hand on my ass, I'm a murderer in disguise. Yeah, you wanna be cool, but you're making me mad. Bite my lip, it starts to bleed. Yeah, it tastes so good, but it gotta be bad if I'm gonna get you home. Gonna make the curtains scream and leave that. Gonna make the ceiling shake for me. I'ma be a full-time bedroom diva. I'm gonna make you scream, that's a matter of fact, don't be a fantasy. I'm a killer, and when you gonna die tonight? Killer, 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 killer. I'm a killer, and when you gonna die tonight? Killer, 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 killer.
We're here rocking with Mash Up Wrestling.
What I see is what I believe, so I like to paint the picture. Madness in every streak, too quick to shadow figures. If it's all habitual hate, I'd rather dissociate. Chaos is what keeps me sane, thunder is silence to me. I think I cry if I'm chaotic. I don't taste the pain when I stay neurotic. So why would I wanna change? It's safe inside the void I'm lost in. I'm drowning out the noise with chaotic. Say it's hell, but it's only me. Sadistic sex the circuit. I just bought that ear, but I ain't scratched the surface. Every time we pop, I got the bitches nervous. Papa, fuck 'em all, yeah. Tap my face, yeah. Eat a pussy, say my grace, yeah. And the bread and raisins, vibrant, yeah. All that bitches burn, yeah, they ass dead, yeah. Off a bird, yeah. Out my shirt, yeah. He's a jerk, yeah. Been a jerk, model hoe, yeah. She did jerk, yeah. I'm a reject, but I'm still twerk, yeah. Push the fucking dance till I see dirt, yeah. I can't cut anybody, I make countries hurt you. Ready, hit a new body, all of my hoes are murdered. I just painted her face, now she butter the circus. I just bought that ear, but I ain't scratched the surface. Every time we pop, I got the bitches nervous.
It's all up for grabs. Let's get down to business.
Everyone, this is Russ Davis speaking to you from ringside at the International Amphitheater, where tonight we are to watch a World Championship match between
A 13-time World Heavyweight Champion, an Olympic gold medalist, a world-class athlete, international superstar, and all the pressure in the world is on my man Kurt Angle.
and the reigning NWA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Lou Thesz.
What you're looking at is the highest level of being focused.
Our Mr. Rogers is a very vain, elegant, egotistical kind of a kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Genesis main event of the evening. It is for the World Heavyweight Championship, scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Introducing first the challenger. He is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist. He is
Angle's in the zone, man. He is in the zone.
We talked earlier about thriving under pressure. Certain athletes do that. Certain fold under pressure. You win an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck. I think that qualifies you as thriving under pressure. That's what Kurt Angle, he did in Atlanta, Georgia. And tonight, he looks to once again become World Heavyweight Champion.
He's meeting Lou Thesz. Lou is here tonight in Chicago with his daddy. This probably is one of the most important bouts of Lou's career.
Man, he's all about pride, honor, dignity. Passionate champion. Worked his tail off to get where he is. And I'll tell you, man, he is damn proud of where he's at in his life right now.
Even though this is somewhat of a sartorial show-off, nonetheless, he is still a very dangerous guy. He has used and developed a pile driver type of hold.
I like it.
And here is Lou Thesz, and here's the old Manasseh Moeller himself. Let's get a load of his introduction.
29 pounds, Lou Thesz.
You know what you make for a long night. Kurt Angle is all about credibility. He's all about being locked in the zone right now.
Okay. Well, the boys have been called to the center of the ring, and they're being given the old Yahoo instructions here by Jack Dempsey, former heavyweight champion in the boxing world of this dear old universe of ours.
And I'm getting goosebumps right now. I swear to God, this is cool.
As I say, he's tough, he's got a wonderful physique, and no mother, he does not wrestle in all of that jewelry business. He'll get rid of that in a minute.
Oh, kind of seems a little bit like Angle's got maybe a little bit of a home field advantage, but I got a funny feeling that could change.
Both of these men were in training around Chicago. What was that?
I don't know if you want to get into that wrestling game or a mat game with someone like Kurt Angle.
Well, I would think
I'm telling you that from experience.
Well,
you've been in there with Kurt before.
Yeah, several times.
things are starting but rough. The drop kick on Lou. Body slam.
Now Kurt just shoots that single leg right there. Once he shoots that single leg, I mean, there's no choice but to go down.
Look at Thez reach in there and slap him. Keep your eyes on these guys. You'll see probably the best match of your television watching career in these two.
Well, you know what? If you can get control of the wrist and the arm right there, I mean, go for it.
There's a head scissors put on as a result of a falling arm lock.
Going into kind of like a key lock right there on Kurt Angle. Very nice.
Well, that's one way to break it up.
Switching up these hammer locks, reverse after reverse.
Standing switch, grabs the side headlock. And I think for Kurt Angle, I think his philosophy, his strategy has to be...
Boasted that he'll win from Thez 2 straight. Let's see if he can make good his boast.
I mean, but you know, Kurt Angle, once he gets with that tremendous grip that he possesses in his fingers and his hands, from all the years as a young boy, up into a teenager, up into a man as a wrestler, amateur wrestler I'm speaking of, you know, the hand strength and grip, the gripping ability of Kurt Angle is amazing.
There's a headlock.
You sensed it right from the start during Kurt's entrance. You looked into his eyes and you said, Kurt Angle is in the zone tonight. Oh,
it's just so focused. I tried to have a conversation earlier today with Kurt Angle. He was behind closed doors talking to no one. I didn't see the dude all day, man.
We got a battery of newspaper cameramen here on 3 sides of the ring tonight.
With a level of respect that both the champion and the challenger have for each other so apparent.
Well, you know, Mike, you don't want to rush into nothing here. You got two very phenomenal wrestlers here, pardon the pun, but you got two guys that are just at the peak, and they're both great competitors. You don't want to rush into nothing.
It's part of the feeling out process, opening minutes of this match.
Yeah, nice duck under the goal behind by Kurt Angle.
It's just so quick, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Uh-oh. See Lou stall that attempt at a rip? He's got a head and shoulders here.
My confidence level is there because I know I can match you hold for hold.
Well, when you do something like that, you want to see if you can get to a vertical base quicker. That's how you kind of win that thing mentally.
Didn't do him much good, however.
You could just sense this thing starting to boil. I mean, you know, you put water in a pot and it starts to boil up. This thing's starting to bubble.
Still a headlock on Thez.
It's almost as if they don't want to make that first mistake that's going to cost them.
You got to be defensive. Now, old school Greco-Brecken. Help me out here. Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Thank you.
Those of you scoring at home.
Old school move right there to test strength of someone's hands and fingers and wrist.
Another rip. Well, that was a cute counter. These guys will use them so fast that you can't hardly call them.
Gonna go for a suplex instead. Standing switch and then the released overhead suplex by the challenger leads to a 2 count.
Explosive was that released German suplex.
Oh, did he get hit? Rub there.
Kurt Angle getting worn out, or maybe not. But look at this.
But he get hit in the side of the head. He just went rocketing through those ropes.
Oh! Talk about a bad landing. Suplexes him right into the corner turnbuckles, follow cover right in front of the Nature Boy for 2.
You want some more, huh? Says Thez.
Well, this is where conditioning starts really taking effect. These men have been going for quite some time here at just a death pace, so fast and aggressive. Cannot tell you how much it takes out of your body from a cardiovascular standpoint.
Look out for him, Lou. That's what I mean. He's a great possum player, this guy.
Another classic in this series of matches.
Follow at Mashup Wrestling. There's only one counter for this hold. That's to suddenly slip your opponent's feet and roll right up.
Awesome series.
These two just never disappoint.
Near fall after near fall, both for the challenger.
Who's trying to avoid a knee lift here? If he tries to avoid that and gets popped and chopped.
Quick burst of speed by Angle.
Angle's playing possum.
Angle slam. Here it is. New champion in 1, in 2. He did it.
Well, hello. A nice way to take it away. Makes a fool out of me, doesn't it? Whammy. Boy, he lit with all of his vitamins and corpuscles in one place then.
Almost as if Kurt's looking around as we saw that close-up look. if you can get inside his head, it's almost as if he says, what the hell else do I have to do? What do I have to do to win this TNA World Heavyweight title? The straps are down. He's going to take it to another level. You talk about his focus. You talk about his game face from the outset. And with the straps down, here comes the ankle lock.
I think the end is near, my friend.
Check the ring positioning. Dead center. Perfect. Right in the middle of this traditional four-sided ring. He's got the ankle lock in it.
No signs of Kurt letting go of that bad boy either.
Hello. Looky here now.
Trying to get the rope break. And when he does, Kurt just brings him right back with authority. Free leg is going to work. No.
Look at Kurt. Again, we talked about the grip strength, and we're seeing it here.
7, 8, 9, and 10, and he's out like a light.
He's gonna tap out. He's got to.
How long can he fight through this pain? What the hell just happened there?
What the hell is going on?
Oh my God!
Can't believe this.
Hebner gonna count 1, 2. I don't believe what we just seen.
Well, Luthez still remains World Heavyweight Champion of the world. Keeps the NWA belt. Champion and still champion, says the ring announcer. Well, here is the belt. There it is. Lou and his dad posing for the photographers. There's the Heavyweight Championship belt of the world. And Lou still can take it back to St. Louis with him tonight.